Dan, I think first off, I want to congratulate you on such a successful year last year. I suppose it's hard to sit here and think that you waited 45 years to win Liam and you brought it home last year, and then winning in Fenway in Boston, and then the league. I can't keep up with all the achievements you're having.
Yeah, it's been a mad enough, I suppose, 9 months since August last year. From going on winning the All-Ireland to winning over in Fenway and all the events, bringing the cup around to the schools and the clubs and all the things that go with that as well. And I suppose then we started 2019. We said we'd forget about the All-Ireland last year and start again afresh, and thankfully we got off to a great start winning the league, so hopefully we can keep that form up and into the championship.
A lot of you stayed grounded and humble, which is nice to see, but do you still realise maybe the amount of success that you have achieved? Has it hit you properly?
Well, in fairness, around Limerick, everyone kind of wants to talk about hurling since last August. Everyone you meet in the street just wants to congratulate you, and maybe it won't kick in till we finish with Limerick and retire, and you look back on it then. While we're playing for Limerick, we just want to win as much as we can. As you know, an inter-county career is short enough, so you want to make the most of it while you're there. And I suppose it's when you finish up and retire you can really look back and relax and say, geez, they were great years.
Having the last few weeks at your club and probably fighting with county teammates and giving them a right rough round the field, and now you have to go back and be pally with them for the new season.
Yeah, actually there's no harm in a bit of timber at the club matches either. But I know it was nice to get back to the clubs because, as you know, when you're in with the inter-county setup you don't get to meet your club mates as often as you'd like. So since January it was a fairly intense 3 months of training and matches with Limerick. So we went back to the clubs, played 2 rounds and met up again with Limerick last week. So kind of freshened the whole thing up, because when you're training with lads 5 nights a week, it's nice, no matter how well you get on with them, it's nice to get a break from every now and again as well.
John also encourages you to mark the county player, not take the easy road and maybe pick someone in the club, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly, and he's like, John's big looking at the club games and looking at how lads are performing for their clubs, and it's important that when lads go back to the clubs that they perform, and it's nice to, as I said, it's nice to get back playing for your club, because the club is where you grew up and they're the ones who coached you underage, helped you into the hurler that you are, so every chance you get to go back, it's nice.
Sharing the house with your brother Tom, who plays also, what's it like on match day? What's the routine like between the two of you? Be up the wall? I'd say you're fairly relaxed anyway, I know that.
Yeah, I know, in fairness, the two of us would be fairly relaxed. Maybe I'm slightly more relaxed, but I know, me and Tom, we get on very well. We've another, Tom is a twin brother, Paddy there, who'll be big into the hurling as well, so we'd be out the backyard pucking around, maybe getting the eye in before a game, and we travel to training together as well, so it's nice, and it's nice to have someone from the same club, but someone from the same family as well on the county team, which is a big honour.
What is the goal for Limerick this year? Is it win everything?
Well, obviously you want to win a Munster championship and you want to win an All-Ireland, but you have to take every game as it is. Like, we know it's going to be very difficult just to get out, to finish in the top 3 of Munster and get out into the All-Ireland series, so we're not going to look past finishing the top 3 of Munster yet. We're focusing on Cork on the 19th of May and take every game as it comes, and obviously if we're looking back at the end of the year as Munster and All-Ireland champions, that would be a super year, but there's 8 or 9 other teams well capable of winning All-Ireland, so we know we're going to have our hands full.
Why do you think you are successful? What do you think it is about that team that has you where you are?
I don't know, maybe it's a small bit of confidence just from the underage success that the Limerick have had, I suppose, between the minor and 21s over the last couple of years, and lads are getting on so well with each other. Like, everyone is nearly best friends on the panel. We're so close and tight together, and I think that kind of shines through then on our performances on the pitch. But I suppose it's just the effort that you put in the training ground as well. You can't just show up on match days and expect to perform if you're not going to be putting in a huge effort of training. And our training sessions back in Rathkeeler and the Gaelic grounds are, once the whistle goes for the start of training, it's fully focused. But then once the whistle is blown to finish up training, it's great crack amongst everyone again. So I think that's important.
I think it's also great to see that your bench is expanding, and even looking at the bench you might think some of those lads deserve to be in the 1 to 15. It's getting more competitive for you.
Yeah, exactly, sure. There's 37 players there at the minute, so even just to make the match day 26 is huge competition, and then to make the starting 15 as well, there's 2 or 3 lads fighting for every single position on the pitch, and the league we introduced a few more lads, and the age profile of the panel is getting younger and younger each year, and that's I suppose the way inter-county hurling is going as well. So no, look, you need, especially the way the championship is this year with your 4 games in 5 weeks, you need a big panel, and you don't just need 20 lads, you actually need all 36 lads pushing on.
Sure, it's very arranged, you're only 26.
Yeah, just turned 26 the other day now, so very into the way that panel is at the minute. I'm in the older half, so
Do you remember your first championship debut in Munster?
Yeah, I do.
2014?
It was, no, 2015 came on as a sub against Clare, and then I started in 2016. So yeah, it seems like a long time ago, and I suppose a lot of the team from that day a lot of them I suppose have even retired. The team say nowadays is a lot different to the team back in 2015 even, so it just shows how much Limerick hurling has probably changed in the last 3 or 4 years.
Look, John has done so much for you over the last year. What is he really like as a manager? Like, how much would you look up to him at the end of the day?
Oh, like, the results speak for themselves, I suppose, and his results even with the Limerick 21s winning the All-Ireland. So I know John's a great man. He knows when to turn it on and be serious, and he knows when to have fun with the lads. So I think that's a very important characteristic for our manager, and I'm sure hopefully we can push on now for championship.
It's hard to look past the first game, especially when there's a round robin series. What are you expecting?
Yeah, like I know it'll be Cork's second game, it'll be our first game, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you want to get off to a good start. That's going to be vital with this Munster Championship, and your home games you want to be winning as well. So we'll target that game just as much as Cork will target it, and if we can get off to a win there, we're off the following weekend, and then we're into 3 hard weeks after that again. So yeah, the first game is going to be huge, and I know there'll be a big crowd in the Gaelic grounds for that one. So yeah, we built up a nice rivalry with Cork over the last couple of years, so it'd be nice to get a win over them.
I think I've enjoyed your success just as much as you have, and I wish you all the best for the year ahead. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks very much.
Spin Southwest.